know some nigga won't take. Shit won't make a break. Safe.
Get on my knees, pray in the dark because I know some niggas won't take me.
Won't take.
Whatever they say, that shit won't make or break me. Riding around with a burner, never once put it on safety. Shit, it's your choice, you either love me or you hate. Get on my knees, pray in the dark because I know some niggas won't take me.
They won't take.
Whatever they say, that shit won't make or break me. Riding around with a burner, never once put it on safety. Shit, it's your choice, you either love me or you hate me. Prefer to get it on my own, I relax for help. These women don't love you, nigga snakes, I dug it by myself. Check out this brand new stick, I got this bitch fresh off the shelf. And I ain't buy this holder stun, I keep it on my belt. I bang out with my enemies, the clip long as a centipede. Before it's over with, I'ma make sure you remember me. My heart cold as December be, my temper hot as a 3rd degree. No limits to this life, I keep soldiers sweeping like Master P. Every now and then I ask the Lord, can I see another day? So God fearing, I tend to stutter when I say my grace. Shooters on point, they got the same average as Stephen Clay. The only difference in this game is we can't afford to play. And that's just facts, the minute you lack, you getting cracked. These niggas don't care about life itself, they quick to turn you to a pack. And that's just that, fuck who think my shit whack. Most slept on in my city, but Lord knows I love that rap. Get on my knees, pray in the dark because I know some niggas won't take me.
Won't take.
Whatever they say, that shit won't make or break me. Riding around with a burner, never once put it on safety. Shit, it's your choice, you either love me or you hate. Get on my knees, pray in the dark because I know some niggas won't take me.
They won't take.
Whatever they say, that shit won't make or break me. Riding around with a burner, never once put it on safety. Shit, it's your choice, you either love me or you say you had the bang, wasn't about playing with them. You better check the scope, bitch, I'm from Glen Oaks. Everybody shooters, everybody trying to score. The Glock hold 32 rounds, it dunk like Shaq, but it shoot like Kobe though. It'll only take GG jersey to make a fuck nigga kiss the floor. I lost my best friend to the system, that shit hurting me. But every day I pray that God never take Glenn from me. Niggas spinning back to back, this word getting wicked, that's why I keep something with me. Getting out the mud, pops always told me, son, ain't nothing free. I finally jumped back on them beats, and now my mind at ease. Wanna book me for a show, that's cool, long as my gang with me. I never let you take a thing from me. Bitch, ain't no stain in these. Before you do that, I'll jump in the bathtub of bleach. I'm tired of saying rest in pieces. Murder everywhere you see. Down to my 3rd rod in this thunderstorm like CP3. How would you feel, nigga? Blame your dog, that shit'll make you cry. Boy, I'm a grown man, when I speak, nigga, look me in my eye. Get on my knees, pray in the dark because I know some niggas won't take me.
Won't take.
Whatever they say, that shit won't make or break me. Riding around with a burner, never once put it on safety. Shit, it's your choice, you either love me or you hate. Get on my knees, pray in the dark because I know some niggas won't take me.
They won't take.
Whatever they say, that shit won't make or break me. Riding around with a burner, never once put it on safety. Shit, it's your choice, you either love me or you hate me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's the Late Show starring Ted Turner. Don Lemon is not out the woods yet. He is not out the woods yet. Look, this is for your page. CNN, Megyn Kelly, I appreciate all the support. Fox News popping up, man. I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. So Wednesday night, we was telling everybody that Thursday, the big arrest was coming. We told y'all that. So I'm going to have to do a little history lesson. So y'all bear with me for just 1 second. So in America, we have what we call magistrate judges. These magistrate judges, they are not real judges. You know what I'm saying? They lawyers. They are appointed by the actual judge. They're not voted in. They're not appointed by the president. So what happened in Minnesota was that one of these magistrate judges worked for the judge. You know what I'm saying? They handle like paperwork and stuff like that. Now, they're real judge as far as, you know what I'm saying, they actually do real things. They just don't handle cases exactly. But you can go do things like you can get a warrant from one of these magistrate judges. So the DOJ, Department of Justice, went to the magistrate judge to get a warrant. And the warrant was for the arrest of Don Lemon. The magistrate judge said no. But the magistrate judge gave the warrants on the other 3 people. the two women and one of the guys that was at the protest. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going for the key figures right now. So the judge said no on Don Lemon, but the DOJ can still get the warrant. You know what I'm saying? They can go to a grand jury, or they can go actually talk to the judge, because all they did was put in their paperwork. So now they can go sit in front of the judge and actually, you know, tell the judge, look, this is my reason for me needing a warrant. You know what I'm saying? This is my probable cause for the arrest of Don Lemon. So he's not out the woods yet. He running around thinking everything is sweet when it's not. So the judge that actually did this was, his wife actually works for the Attorney General of Minnesota. The Attorney General of Minnesota, his name is Keith Ellison. So the judge's wife works for him, and she is on record being a real, you know what I'm saying, she don't like Trump. She do not like Trump. What's up, Jug? Appreciate you stopping by, bro. Yeah, she do not like Trump. So, you know, that's already one thing against us, going up against one of these judges who already don't like us. You see what I'm saying? Every time Trump have a case, no matter what it is, whether he is bringing the case or somebody bringing the case against him, we always had the wrong judge. You know what I'm saying? We always get the wrong judge. We always get a judge who do not like us, who against everything we got going on, whether we the plaintiff or the defendant. We can't never get a good judge. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be just a roll of the dice. But how do every time we get a judge that don't like us? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. So, you know, we're going to make some adjustments to the move. But the Harmeet Dillon, she is the advisor to the DOJ. And she's a senior advisor. And she has been on record saying that Don Lemon has committed crimes. She is on record saying that. You know what I'm saying? She need to get going. You know what I'm saying? With the oh yeah, the biggest, we do need some sponsorships. We do need some cracker lacking on that end. Very real, very real. So appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, we got a situation where we ain't even tripping about, you know what I mean, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even tripping about what's going on because we know we got a good case. We know we got a good case. We got them on film, on record, you know what I mean, doing this and doing that. One of the things that they did that was really terrible, that was really just outrageous. Don Lemon and the woman who was arrested was on camera before the incident saying that they was going in there to disrupt. You know what I'm saying? They was going to create a disturbance. So at that point right there, they was already, that's forethought. That's intent. And the fact that Don Lemon had to come out and try to lie about it, show you that his guilt of consciousness. Yeah, this is legal stuff, man. This is high-level conversation, and this ain't nothing to play with. See, Don Lemon been on TV for the last 10 years, playing, lying, talking about he a journalist. He can't prove he won. Just because you say you're a journalist don't make you a journalist. Where's your proof at? So when we look at what you was doing, you wasn't doing no journalism on CNN. You're running a talk show. I know better, son. I know you was running the talk show. It was called a talk show. It was news talk. You weren't doing no news like what I'm doing right here. You know what I'm saying? It was studio TV just a little bit different than CNN. As far as we do the real news, we cover real stories, real events. We don't do no faking and shaking either. Just because we conservative don't mean nothing. See what I'm saying? Ain't putting no lies on the board. Everything I'm doing is the truth. I told y'all Wednesday there was gonna be a arrest Thursday because I'm tapped in. I'm tapped all the way in. You know what I'm saying? So the streets have been buzzing about this arrest coming. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is watch the tea leaves. Harmeet Dillon was all over TV Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday telling you that Nah, that ain't gonna shake. Whatever they thought was going on at that church, that ain't gonna shake. You know what I'm saying? So we already knew they was looking at it. And like I was explaining, an investigation got to happen first. Once the investigation happened, then you know it's on and popping from there. It's on and popping from there. Well, yeah, Don Lemon is found himself in a situation, him and his lawyer, Abby Lowell, running around. Right. I didn't say, okay. See, what I said was arrest was coming Thursday. I said Don Lemon was in jeopardy, and we issued a warrant for his arrest. The judge just didn't sign off on it, which is okay. We're going to keep on pursuing it, though. We're going to keep on pursuing it. Yeah, we're going to keep on pursuing it. See, Don Lemon sitting out here listening to, you know, the wrong people. You know what I mean? His lawyer ran out there and trying to say that it was a frivolous case. And ain't nothing frivolous about it. Ain't nothing frivolous about it. You are on record doing what the government is alleging that you was doing. We don't get it all tightened up and buttoned up. And see, this is what was going on with us conservatives for many years. The left, the Democrats, they had played such a wicked game where they lied, they played games, they did everything they could do to, you know, to quiet our voices. The one thing they couldn't do was articulate with us in this arena of ideas. Every time we went up against them on any issue, we putting a belt on them. For real, putting a belt on them. So with this situation, they got their lawyer running around, and just because we didn't get a warrant right now, don't mean Don Lemon didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be running around playing that game, he is silly. He is absolutely silly playing that game. All on record. He just shot a new video today, running his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Don Lemon is a shame, man. This is really atrocious what he doing, and I'm not gonna stop covering it. You see what I'm saying? He covered Trump the whole time Trump was in office. He been covering him ever since. You see what I'm saying? He been on Trump case since 2015. That's 10 years. He been after Trump. So the fact that his new J hit the boys Sunday and today is Friday, nah, I ain't finished covering it yet. I ain't finished covering it because we got mug shots of the people who was at the protest. These two women and this guy. Yeah, we got their mug shots. You know what I'm saying? Don Lemon was on that video talking about being perp walk. See, he trying not to be perp walk. He trying to get it situated with his lawyer where they can go turn themselves in, you know, at the time, if anything shakes something, makes something. The fact that he having that discussion, that conversation, let you know what I'm telling you is the truth. Don Lemon is in jeopardy. Listen, he talking about he a journalist. You can be a fire marshal. You can't break the law. You see what I'm saying? He talking about, I'm a journalist. I don't care what you is. You can't break the law. They running around talking about, well, the Supreme Court said that Trump can't be prosecuted. Gave Trump immunity. They ain't get Trump immunity. What they said was that the president, whoever he is, cannot be prosecuted for official acts. That don't mean he can't break the law. That don't mean he can't be arrested. That don't mean he can't be charged with a crime. All they saying is he can't be charged with nothing for his official acts. Meaning you can't run no politics and play no political game. But if he break the law, it's just like anybody else. He got to suffer the consequences for it. That's why ain't nobody running around saying he broke the law. Not nobody with no sense. Because you know you're going to get yourself sued. You can speculate and talk all you want, just like what I'm doing over here. But I ain't telling no lies, though. You saw the video yourself. You saw the video yourself. You can break the law if you don't get caught. I ain't say you, see, the fact that you didn't get caught don't mean you didn't break the law. You see what I'm saying? As soon as you break the law, you put yourself in jeopardy. Whether you get caught or not, whether you get prosecuted and convicted or not, that's a whole nother conversation. But the fact that you've been seen breaking the law don't take away from nothing. Don Lemon is on camera breaking the law. And they told a whole bunch of lies. When you look at their videos, when they've been talking after the fact, Don Lemon, the two women, and the guy, everything they've been saying after the fact is a lie. The lady went in there and said that, well, we went in there and sat down first, and then I asked them a question. All that is irrelevant, lady. You had no business disrupting their service. See, the fact that you disrupted the service on the pretense that you disrupted it with, that what got you in jeopardy. Now, if you was in there and he said something out the way and you stood up and said something, that's a whole different ball game. But the fact that you went there to disrupt it, and these are your own words. You use the word disrupt. You see what I'm saying? And the law clearly says that you cannot disrupt people when they trying to get their church on. When they doing their worshiping, you can't disrupt them. That's clearly in the law. And then the Democrats running around because we charging them with the FACE law and the Ku Klux Klan Act. The FACE Act is a misdemeanor, and it was originally written because of some things that was happening at abortion clinics. But when the bill was being debated about and, you know what I'm saying, put together, one of the Republicans said that he would not sign it unless they put another provision in the bill. And that provision was that if we're going to protect these abortion clinics and these places like that, then we also need to protect places of worship. And the church falls right in that category. So when you hear people talking about the law was written for abortion, they being disingenuous with you at best. At best, they being disingenuous with you. Because when you read the law, after it's talk about abortion, the next word is and places of worship. It's letting you know right there clearly. That's how they wrote it, to cover both of them. You know what I'm saying? It'll be just like me saying that the law was written to cover places of worship and leave it at that. That wouldn't be the whole story, because it's also there to cover the abortion clinics. So when they sit there and tell you that the law is not about churches, it's about abortion, that's not the truth. That is not the truth. So I saw a couple people, you know what I'm saying, making that tape, but they all on the left. Nobody on the right is saying that, because you can clearly read the law for yourself. You can clearly read the law for yourself. But see, that's how the left get around. That's how they circle the wagons. They come up with a talking point, and then that's what they push. We ain't pushing no talking points. We telling the truth. Don Lemon is in jeopardy. He is in jeopardy. He got away this time for right now, but he ain't out the woods all the way. He is not out the woods all the way. We can take this thing we can appeal the decision. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't no decision. We can appeal, you know what I'm saying, what's going on and keep the ball moving. Or we can just go to another judge. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, the magistrate judge, I appreciate that. I appreciate that Mr. Fitzpatrick in the building. Mr. Fitzpatrick is in the building. I appreciate that. Hey, Mr. Fitzpatrick said he could tell how much research I do. It shows. It shows. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hit these live feed buttons and get up here and just be talking out their ass. But you can tell Ted up here doing the real one. He's doing the big thing. I appreciate that, Mr. Fitzpatrick. So, yeah, man, Don Lemon is in jeopardy. And him and his lawyer, Abby Law, running around trying to tell you that it was this and it was that. And, man, it wasn't none of that. You was in that church playing a game, and now you done got caught. We're going to see if you're going to stand on business then. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see if you're going to stand on business now, or is you going to run around and tell on everybody, Don Lemon? Because you already came out and said, well, it wasn't me. So who was it then? Everybody said Don Lemon had a protest going on. Don Lemon popped down and said, no. I wasn't in charge of no protest. Instead of keeping his goofball mouth closed, he ran out there and said he wasn't in charge of no well, who was in charge then? See, who was in charge? Now he done looked at everything. He know he done screwed up. So now he can't say that no more. He can't say, well, I wasn't in charge no more. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go and charge you as the head of it. We're gonna force you to snitch. Before it's all over with, Don Lemon gonna be a rat. He gonna be a rat because we're gonna get his we're gonna get all the interviews and all the interrogation that the FBI do with him when they sit him down for the deposition. Yeah, they're gonna sit him down and ask him a whole bunch of questions. Yeah, we're gonna get that. I want the audio and the video, but I'll take the transcript because I know how to read. I know how to read. Yeah, Abbott Yeah, Abbott definitely gonna get rich. See, Mr. Fitzpatrick, they don't even know who Abbott Lowell is. Abbott Lowell is a Democrat hack. He running around doing anything to help the Democrats out. That was Hunter Biden's lawyer. Yeah, he the one defending Hunter Biden. The only reason they be winning cases or having any kind of motion is because they be in the courtroom with these no good, bogus judges. Anytime they ever get in there with a real judge on a real case, they always lose. They always lose. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even close. Abbott Lowell, he's a Baghdad ball. For real, he's a Baghdad ball for the Democrats. He run around trying to tell you that nothing to see here. You know, he got Don Lemon fool thinking ain't nothing to see here. Don Lemon, you're going to end up in jail. You don't quit playing. For real, y'all going to end up in jail. Because, see, y'all pissing the DOJ off. And you're going to mess around and piss these judges off. Because you keep running your mouth. Y'all ran out there and tried to say y'all didn't do nothing. Y'all got to stop saying that. Yo, a better course of action would have been for you to come out and apologize. Show some contrition. The American people are foul people, man. That's why when anytime you get yourself in a situation, you always get a chance to redeem yourself. Because the American public is fair. You know what I'm saying? We don't like bullies and we don't like nonsense. But we kick it fair, though. If you serve your time and serve your debt to society, you get another chance. But for you to do what you did, then come out here and try to racism and orange man bad and do all that, that's nonsense. You got to take some accountability, some responsibility for your own actions. You went in that church and scared them people. That was your goal, and you did that. Don't cry now that you under investigation. Don't cry now that your friends and your people who you was with got locked up. We're waiting on them mug shots to hit, and we're going to put them all over the screen. They mug shot? Yeah, they mug shot. They put Trump mug shot all over the screen. They put Trump mug shot all over the screen. So we're going to put yours up. We ain't tripping about it. We ain't tripping about it. You know what I'm saying? See, because y'all tell too many lies. That's the whole game with you. You run out here telling lies. Don Lemon, you know good and well that just because you're a journalist or you say you're doing journalism don't mean you can break the law. You know that. You know you can't break the law talking about journalism. You're going to be a co-conspirator. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself locked up. And then people typing in my chat talking about you had an affair. We ain't even finished with that story yet. We're going to get to the bottom of that. Because this show you how slimy you are. You know what I'm saying? It show you guilt of consciousness that keep popping up telling lies, deflecting everything, trying to say that Trump did this and Trump did that. Trump ain't did nothing. They fell in our lap right here. We weren't thinking about you. Don Lemon, you wasn't even on our radar. You done popped up in somebody's church running your mouth. And everything you saying, it better be true. You put on the board the day that it was a pastor in the church that worked for ICE. That ain't been confirmed. Information that we got is that it's somebody worked for ICE and it's a pastor at the church. They both got the same name, Are they the same person? Are they the same person? See, that was the information they had. They hiding that information because they already know the answer. They just letting you run your mouth because you so goofy. You so goofy, Don Lemon. It'd be easy to find out if that man worked for ICE or not. But you went out there too fast because it wasn't about whether he worked for ICE or not. That was the excuse you was using. Your play was to go into one of them churches and try to disrupt it. But what you done did was you done skimped it. Because now all the churches going to be full Sunday. This Sunday coming up, every church in America going to be full with the snowstorm and everything. Because they dare you to come in there and blow a whistle. They dare you to come in there with some microphones and cameras in their church. Everybody going to church this week. They want to see what y'all really on. And find out y'all ain't on nothing. And then what we talked about, they wasn't going to do it at they wouldn't go up in one of them mosques and do it. So what happened? The dude went into a mosque, and what he did, he wasn't in there blowing no whistle. You see what I'm saying? He went right into a mosque and wasn't blowing now whistle. Went in there and told a whole bunch of lies. That way he got himself arrested. The other dude, they call him Farmer something, woke Farmer. I'm going to get his name too, and we're going to put it on the board because he running around telling lies, trying to create division between the people. This is not about left and right, black and white. It's about right and wrong. You got no business going in there scaring people, trying to intimidate folks. You want to talk that bad? Be outside every day with your camera, trying to get an interview. Schedule an appointment. You want to talk that bad? You don't have the right to go up in there and interrupt people while they worshiping. See, you lose your rights when you infringe on other people's rights. Yeah, you got the freedom of speech, but you can't threaten nobody. You mess around and threaten somebody, that kill your freedom of speech. That's illegal. Making a threat of physical harm and violence. Talking about you a journalist. That ain't gonna stop you from getting prosecuted. Get your journalist ass on there and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You feel me? We on you now. I mean, like I said, Trump wasn't out here trying to get no retribution against his enemies. They're felling out loud. We were doing other things. You the one popped up in the church with a camera going, running your mouth. And I told you already, once the FBI get involved and start doing investigations, the only thing you can do is pray and hope that everything is clean. You better not have nothing going on. It's just the beginning of it. Ain't that what you did to Trump? You accused him of a crime so you can start an investigation. You were trying to find anything. And man, Donald Trump is the most investigated man in the history of our country. For real, publicly and everything. They weaponize every agency of the federal government to go after this man. And you weren't able to charge him with no crimes? The man don't do crimes. Y'all got to see that. The man clean. You done investigated the brakes off this man, and you ain't said nothing? Come on, man. Come on, man. So now we about to get a little investigation going on Don Lemon. I wonder how clean he is. I wonder how clean he is. And then you got people out here talking about Trump going after the Clintons. The Clintons is more in jeopardy with the situation with Jeffrey Epstein than anybody else. They not even through all the paperwork, pictures and everything. You know what I'm saying? All the other names that came out. Ain't none of them tied up like these people is. So, of course, they want to talk to them. That's obvious. You know what I'm saying? That is obvious that they would want to talk to them with everything that's been said and everything that done appeared to have happened. Man, we got to have a conversation. They got the money trail. They done found out who was paying who, what was doing what. Man, it ain't no way for these people to escape none of what's coming. There ain't no way to escape it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get in one of these courtrooms and play a game like they did before the election. After the election, my bad. after the election, Trump said, hold on. There's a lot of fraud going on, man. They even stole this election from me. And then we start doing court cases. They throw all our court cases out, talking about we ain't have no standing. So the Supreme Court in their oral arguments, they've been having this conversation about that. The Supreme Court ain't buying that. The Supreme Court is not buying that. How you gonna say that we don't have no standing? The feds. How the feds don't have no standing? How the person that's running for the office, for the seat, don't have no standing? The court basically saying that, say that this girl got robbed by this boy. Another girl cannot bring a lawsuit because she don't have no standing. She was not a party to the case. That's what no standing means. You don't have no affiliation. You are now a party to the case. How is you bringing orders about the election fraud? How is Donald Trump, the candidate, how do he not have any standing? How do the attorney general of the state trying to bring a case, how does he not have any standing? How do one of the voters in the state, how do they not have standing? The judges threw out all these cases on no standing. That's their way to avoid taking cases when they say you don't have no standing. And what the Democrats did, the vote blew no matter who people. They ran around telling everybody Trump lost all these court cases. Ain't that one of the cases went in. They never heard none of our evidence. They never gave us a chance to speak. They said, you don't got no standing. You can't even be in here. Get out of here. That's how they did all that. They never won no court cases. Well, you had people running around to me, man, y'all, there wasn't no fraud. Y'all had 50 cases. There wasn't no 50 cases. They threw them all out. Said we had no standing. When you got to explain how the candidate don't have no standing. How do the president of the United States don't have standing in a courtroom where he telling the court that these states have done illegal activity and defrauded a presidential election? How does he not have standing to say that? The candidate. You know what I'm saying? How does the attorney general, the one that represent the people of the state, how does he not have standing? He's an elected official. How the governor don't have standing? He the head of the state. Who got standing? Oh, so we're going to go get a private citizen, a voter, somebody that actually voted in the election. He don't have standing either? Y'all playing a game. Y'all playing a game. But see, it took this long to get the ball moved, and then we got the Supreme Court going over this stuff. They were putting a belt on them Democrat judges in there. And I don't want to call them Democrat judges, but that's what they are, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what they are. They Democrat judges. Them judges is hacks, huh? Ketanji Brown, man, she's so low IQ. It's ridiculous, man. But yeah, she was in there trying to argue about Hawaii. Hawaii was telling their citizens that, look, I know we got open carry. I mean, we got concealed carry and stuff. But in order for you to take a concealed firearm onto a private property, you have to get the consent of the property owner. When that never been the law. If I got a concealed carry permit, I can carry that thing. You know what I'm saying? I can carry that thing unless, you know, the property owner posted that no conceal on this premises. They have to post that. And then they putting themselves in a situation where they're going to be in jeopardy if something happened. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, Judge. What's up, Dr. Chocolate Tie? Yeah, you tell somebody they can't bring no firearm onto your premises and then something happened to them on your premises, yeah, you in trouble then. You in trouble because you basically telling them that, you know what I'm saying, you responsible for their security. So that's not going to work. You see what I'm saying? That's not going to work. Not for a law to be passed to say that you have to ask Why would I have to make another step? I already had the right to carry this thing. Why do I have to add another step to it? You're creating hurdles. You're trying to go around my right to carry. It's already questionable whether or not I should have to even have a permit. You see what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to have a piece of paper to defend myself. I shouldn't have to ask the government, can I defend myself? When you read the Constitution, they talk about these things are self-evident, which means you can work this out in your own mind for yourself. You don't need no lawyer to tell you that. You don't need no piece of paper to tell you that you should be able to defend yourself at any time, anywhere. You don't need nobody to tell you that you do not need permission to defend yourself. See what I'm saying? So you're running around out here making all kind of wild statements and playing a whole bunch of games. Somebody gonna unalive you. Yeah, you're gonna mess around and be a target out here, a free body. You running around making threats, accusing people of this, accusing people of that. When people see you, what they think you on? They think you on your threats. They think you on your accusations. Somebody take you up out of here. I don't see a judge or a jury convicting them. I really don't. Because everybody can understand what threats are. And everybody can understand that shit, I would do the same thing. If I would have been in that situation, I did the same thing. You mean to tell me you got people riding around from state to state with firearms looking for people? Man, if somebody unalive you, that's what you gonna get. What you think gonna happen? You out here playing like that? Y'all out here literally playing. You're gonna mess around, something gonna happen to you, and you ain't gonna even be around to tell the story. The internet gonna tell it for you. You know what I'm saying? The internet gonna tell it for you. And everything that's gonna be on the internet is you playing games. What they say, FAFO? Yeah. Fool around and find out. But they don't say fool though, if you get my drift. Yeah, that's what y'all doing out here. Playing games. You know what I'm saying? Don Lemon, I can't tell you enough the fact that you done got yourself in this situation. I can't tell you enough how deeply it saddens me that more people don't know what's going on. So I'm going to keep pushing the message so everybody will know who you are and what you done. So when this all play itself out, we're going to let the chips fall where they may. You're in Minnesota, big Democrat town. It's a chance that you can go to court. The government can have all their ducks in a row and you could still walk. Because that's how the Democrats play the game. I'm just being honest with y'all now, man. I'm just being really honest with y'all. I told y'all it wasn't about black and white, wasn't about left and right. It's not about rich or poor. You know what I'm saying? For real, it's really not. It's about these folks, they tied to the system, and they're going to make they play however they can. Me and Almighty Lane was talking about this, and he said Don Lemon going to make a play. He already knew it. So the judge that denied the warrant, his wife worked for Keith Ellison. Who is Keith Ellison? He a big Democrat hack. He the Attorney General of Minnesota. He is really the one who should be bringing the charges in Minnesota also for trespassing, for harassment. He should be bringing those charges, but he won't because he a Democrat. See what I'm saying? He a Democrat. Even if, okay, let's just give him this. Let's say the Attorney General believes that Don Lemon is a journalist and he get, you know what I'm saying, immunity because he was doing journalism. Okay, so you can't charge him for trespassing. Let's say we can't charge him for trespassing because he's a journalist. Okay. What about everything else he was doing? See what I'm saying? At what point do his journalism stop and his activism start? You see what I'm saying? So now, if Don Lemon can say that he was in there doing journalism, then anybody can do that. Yeah, just start moving around and then just claiming them did journalism. Just like a few years ago, that's how silly the thing had got so far out of hanging with the peaceful protest. These people, Don Lemon was one of them too, running around saying peaceful protest. And behind me, the whole city on fire. You understand me? They started running out of store with TVs and boxes and all kind of stuff. And he on camera talking about this a peaceful protest. See, the fact that he was doing that, that's what make him a liar. That would make him a liar right there. The fact that he did that. So these people running around now because he put on the board about the peaceful protest. So now you got people running around actually going in stores, stealing stuff, walking up out of there with all kind of stuff talking about protesting. You protesting? No, you ain't protesting in my store, man. Get out of here. You talking about you protesting. So you going in these folks' establishment claiming you protesting, but you actually in there looting and stealing. Talking about protesting. Man, these people crazy, man. These people absolutely crazy. They don't treat these Democrats to the point of, I mean, no matter who, that thing is real. That thing is real. That mentality, the way them people think, the way they move, you know what I'm saying? It's the weirdest thing in the world, too. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Because you'll have them vote for an actual corpse. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're a Democrat, though. You know, I remember when I was young, man, my granddad went to vote. He come home, you know, they sitting around talking and stuff, and conversation hadn't got too heavy because he hadn't told me to get up through there yet. I was sitting around, and I remember him saying, yeah, you know, I bought the whole Democrat ticket. And, you know, him and his friend were going back and forth about it. You know what I'm saying? And I remember my granddad saying that, yeah, I bought the whole Democrat ticket, man. You know what I'm saying? He was like, who you vote for? All of them. Whoever had a D by their name. Know what he said? I bought the whole Democrat ticket. Who you vote for? All of them, whoever had a D by their name. Yeah, that's how the people in our community, that's how they been moving around for years, man. For real. But it's okay, though. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in the information age now. And, you know, we're able to put more information out on the board. So now people are getting to see and getting to hear. And now they realizing that, you know, they bought a lemon. If you bought the whole Democrat car, yeah, you bought you a lemon. Because here it is years later and ain't nothing changed. The car ain't went nowhere. See? So, you know, when Trump ran for office the first time, what he said? To those I say, what do you have to lose? They're real. That's what Trump told you. He said, what do you have to lose? You've been voting Democrat all this time. Look at you on welfare. Section 8. Every other group now came in here and got up through there. And y'all still out here playing around. What do you have to lose? Vote for me. Give me a chance. Let me get in there. I promise you I can get something going for you. So you don't vote for Trump. Then you mad when he doing everything else. All you had to do is go talk to him. For real. Now, one of your black leaders went and had a real conversation with the man. Is that his fault or your fault? You know what I'm saying? Is that his fault or your fault? That nobody come sit at the table and put this on the table. All y'all could have got together and said, look, we need reparations, Trump. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have talked big shit. Trump would have took a look at it and seen what he do. But y'all didn't want to do that. It ain't that y'all didn't want to do it. The Democrats weren't going to allow you to do it. Steve Harvey, all these people. You know what I'm saying? Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce, Jay-Z. They all went in there and told Trump, look, we need reparations. You know what Trump would have did? He would have looked at it and talked about it. But the Democrats would have turned around and smeared them right on up for doing that. You see what I'm saying? You got to get behind some real people who going to help you. when Obama got in office, they paid Al Sharpton to run out there and tell everybody to relax, give him time. Because we was on Obama head off the rip. So look, we want to see what you going to do. What you got going on? What you doing over there? Al Sharpton said, no, don't press him like that, man. Hold on, give him time. Everybody fell back off on. 8 years later, we ain't had shit going on. We should have kept the pressure on in front of the beginning. But see, they played the game. They know how to play the game. It ain't that Al Sharpton got no real voice in there, but the fact that he put it on the board, now all the rest of them can run around and say it. That's all they be doing, trying to trick somebody into saying something so they can say it. They ain't about to come out there and say it first. It don't even look right for me promote myself. But when somebody else pop up here and say, Ted, you the man, then I go with that. Ted, you the best. All right, I go right with that. You know what I'm saying? Don't look right if I say it, though. You know what I'm saying? How I'm going to be saying I'm the best. I'm the hottest, you know what I'm saying, on the app. You know what I'm saying? It's the best show on the internet. I mean, it's the truth, but it look like I'm bragging. You know what I'm saying? It look like I got the big head. But when somebody else said then, I can go on the run with it then. You see what I'm saying? So that's how they play the game, man. And then they be pushing them in the saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they not going out there saying that Trump breaking the law, but they sure got you thinking that. But they ain't about to say it because they know they're going to have to prove it. Or they're going to end up in the courtroom getting sued. For real. You can't be out here telling lies on people. You just can't. It ain't no joke. Trying to talk about you joking and stuff. Man, get your joking ass on in this courtroom. And let's joke about that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, peace and love? Appreciate you popping through. Yeah, you mess around, get caught out here lying on somebody. You ain't gonna be able to say it was a joke. Yeah, it's gonna cost you to be telling jokes then. Running around here protesting in people's church, disrupting services, talking about you a journalist. Well, it's gonna cost to be a journalist. And it's a criminal case right now. But we want a little bit of your time. Yeah, we want a little bit of your time, probably about 12, 13 months. Yeah, we ain't asking for much. Yeah, we'll put some bracelets on you, get some mud shots, some fingerprints, get you on in the system. Yeah, saying that what you out here doing. You thought it was cool when they did the Trump. What for there 2 times say it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. For real. Because the whole thing is, you ran around and lied on Trump the whole time. You had people thinking that Trump was a Russian agent. You did that story every night, Don Lim. And you think I'm about to stop this story? Why I'm going to stop this story? This just happened Sunday. It just happened Sunday. Today is Friday. These people don't even know about this stuff. I had a person ask me today what happened. So I have to keep telling this story. And while I'm telling this story, I'm waiting on your mug shot to pop up. So I'm going to put it on the screen. Yeah, with the rest of these mug shots, these folks done got caught out here bad. These folks done got caught out here bad. Apparently, they didn't know that the folks was coming to get them for real. This lady got on the skull cap and all kind of stuff. Man, she was not prepared to be in front of no camera. And they caught her down bad out there. And then the way they talking about these people, man, they talking about their looks and everything, man. Like, people is going in out here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Sunday, every church in America gonna be full. They dare you to come in there and blow a whistle. We ain't on that no more. We ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? American people, we good people. We nice people, loving people, caring people, forgiving people. We ain't no punks, though. For real. We ain't nothing scary about no people in America. You know, fool around, went in that church and intimidated folks. If folks who got they back. Them was they friends, they family members in that church. Man, them churches gonna be packed Sunday. Now blow another whistle. Since you ain't do nothing wrong, you should be out of church Sunday, Don, inside, running your goofball mouth. Since you ain't did nothing wrong, you should be continuing your journalism. See, that was y'all play. That what y'all was gonna be doing. Y'all was gonna be running around pulling up on people in all different type places and stuff. And you just started with that church. And that backfired. That backfired for real. And now you're in jeopardy. People got bracelets on their wrists. mug shots. We waiting on Don Lemons to pop up. We was waiting on Don Lemons to pop up. Megan Kelly did a hell of a job. Megan Kelly is not playing out here. She did a hell of a job. I'm talking about she smeared him right on up, but she told the truth. She didn't tell no lies on him, but she smeared him right on up. You know what I mean? Because at this point in time, when we having high level conversation, we ain't even worrying about the people who don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to catch up. For real. If you don't know what's going on, you're gonna have to just catch up. You know what I'm saying? It's people who don't even know who Don Lemon is. That's how silly it is. You know, people in the know, people in the industry, people who do what I do. Of course, we know Don Lemon. Been knowing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's people who don't. I was on the page the other day talking to a dude who was doing a live feed about some hip-hop content. He was reacting to a video. And I asked him about Don Lemon because I wanted to discuss that on his page with him, see what he thought. You know what I'm saying? Pick his brain a little bit, you know, kick it with him. He said he didn't even know who Don Lemon was. At that point, I had checked out the conversation then. I can't be sitting here having no conversation with you. You don't even know what's going on in the real world. What's up, Lone Star on the board? What up, Ted? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, these people don't even know what's going on in their own country. Don't even know that Don Lemon was setting them right up. And when I told these folk coming after y'all, man, it's coming after you. You're gonna dislike Trump and all Republicans, or they coming after you. They forcing you to do this. Y'all got to stand up. Y'all got to stand up. If you conservative, you got to stand up. It's time to stop playing now. It's time to stop playing now. We got to stand up and show these people, look, knock the shit off. For real. Now, we done played enough of y'all goofballs. We done did enough with y'all. Running around doing all this stupid stuff. Now you in these churches intimidating people. Them was our friends. Them was our neighbors. Them was some of our family members. We ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? See, we got wolves in our flock that protect the sheep. Yeah, y'all running around attacking people, circling the wagons. Well, they about to let us loose then. Yeah, we about to push y'all back. Yeah, this is the pushback. Don Lemon, you done fooled around and you done got off the hook for a second with this old phony magistrate judge. His wife worked for the attorney general. So y'all all Democrats. So we go ask the judge for a warrant for your arrest and he tell us no, but give us a warrant on everybody else. We ain't going for that. Why we can't get a warrant on Don Lemon? We got warrants on everybody but Don Lemon. Why? He a journalist. I don't give a fuck if he's Superman. He can't break the law. To my, he a journalist. You can't commit no crimes and say you're a journalist. That don't even make sense. Get your dumb ass out of here. Ain't nobody saying that you was committing no crime when you was doing no journalism. We said you was committing a crime when that man told you to get out of his fucking church. We said you was committing a crime when you was in there trying to intimidate people. We said you was committing a crime when you conspired to do all this. The fact that you was trying to do some journalism in between all that, I don't give a fuck about none of that. It's just like if I said you ran a red light. Man, I stopped at all them other 4 lights. Good for you. You ran this one. Dumbass. I can't stand a goofball, man. That's the worst thing to me, man. When we having these high-level conversations, we been engaging in this real thing, and then the goofballs pop up with the dumb stuff. His lawyer popped up with the stupid shit. Abby Law, that's Don Lemon lawyer. He taking Don Lemon for a ride. He taking Don Lemon for a ride. Because a real lawyer would have made you make a statement saying that it was not my intentions to harm nobody, scare nobody, intimidate nobody, or anything. I was just doing my journalistic duty. I realized that this done got blown out of proportion. And you know what I'm saying? I would love to sit down and talk to these people and, you know what I'm saying, create an open dialogue. But for anything that, you know what I'm saying, was done and anybody perceived that I was doing too much, you have my deepest sympathies and apologies. That's what he's supposed to have been on camera saying by now. He ain't said that yet. For that right there, that's why he going up through there. A real judge gonna, man, a warrant for his arrest ASAP. So when they hear the evidence and look at the video and see what you got going on, what's your probable cause? He was in this church right here. You know, sign right on the dotted line. Get him on out of here. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight, man. It's the Late Show, Ellenwood Studios TV. I'm Ted Turner, your host. Don Lemon, not out the woods yet. Man, this is for your page, man. This is for your page. You need to share this video. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. This is what's happening right here. Everything else is fake. Ellenwood Studios TV. We report the news. Take off, twin.
I told God I have a hard time with patience, my board is full. It's a lot of moves that I done postponed cause of your book. They forgot about the queen, she has skills to capture rooks. So any peace protecting castles, a straight move that getting took. It ain't no allies. You can get your bishop, pope, pastor, or rabbi, but none of those prayers protect your flesh from your past life. Cause a night gets it jumping, L-shaped plans create they flat minds. Same meals they gotta take if I choose to go and get mine. Now start the clock a piece with 7, got 2 more shots. A pawn up in this game is just a pawn for the plot. Some kings they gotta go, so think about your spot. Be cautious how you play cause the queen is watching your thoughts. Sadly we're here today cause these things they escalate. A woman scorn is something that they underestimate. Don't involve your ego, we target to check they mates. That means I'll sacrifice all they pieces to make it safe. I need a new team, mine is playing both sides. Bad diagonal moves, why do demons wanna hide? In bishop type movements, we cut they corners, let them die. It's 64 squares and you can't check her up, no lies. Now start the clock a piece with 7, got 2 more shots. A pawn up in this game is just a pawn for the plot. Some kings they gotta go, so think about your spot. Be cautious how you play cause the queen is watching your thoughts.